Hi everybody. Right now we are going to solve some questions about the homework, which is the date of 11 and 12, 11 month, 12 date. So from this homework we will solve the first question right now. Let's do that. So here we have 6 of them about the same graph, 6 questions about the same graph. Now firstly, the first one, the function increasing, decreasing and constant. Remember that if it is moving up from left to right, increasing, moving down, decreasing, moving directly, which means constant. So here we have this graph comes from somewhere when x is minus infinity. So it moves up till when x is 0, which means from minus infinite till x be 0, it's gonna increase. After that, after when x is 0, when you move to the right side, when you change the x value, when you increase the x values, the y values are decreasing. So we will say that from 0 till which number? Until the number 4, when x is 4. So I have included 0 in here. I will not include it in here. I will include number 4 in here. So in this interval is decreasing, is moving down. The graph is moving down. Now after when x is 4, after that when x is 5, 6, 7, 8, so the graph is moving up again, which means it will start from 4, it will move, it will continue till plus infinite. Till plus infinite, it will continue to increase again. Understood? Is there any problem? Okay. How it moves? Now, this one. So, for which numbers do we have the results 0? Y numbers, for which x numbers, the y numbers are 0. So, we look for example, when we choose instead of x the number 4, result of it is minus 2. So, in y-axis, how can I get the 0? So to make it 0, there must be an x value like minus 3 or 2 or 6. You understand? So instead of x, when you choose one of these numbers like minus 3, 2 and 6, minus 3, that's 3 and 6. When you choose one of these numbers, the result is gonna be equal to 0. For example, f of minus 3. What is that? From the graph, if you want to find it, you go to in x minus 3, cast the graph in here, you look for y value, so the result for minus 3 is 0. So it will be the same for the others also. Is it okay right now? Okay. Now let's continue to the next question. In which part f of x, which means the results are bigger than or equal to 0, in which parts? So, for example, if I ask you f of minus 4, what is the result for that? So, this cannot be 4 minus 4. If I ask you f of 0, the result for that is at 0, move up. So, the result for 0 is 3. So, I can include 0 in here. So, we are looking for, when I choose an x value and find the graph, when I choose an x value, I must move up. If, for example, when I choose an x number like 4, if I'm moving down to find the graph, that means it will have a negative value. So we want it to be positive value. Also, you can also think it like that. Let's close the negative part of this graph for y's. The negative part for y's. Let's close it. Whatever remains up there, whatever parts remains up there, those parts has the results which are bigger than 0. All those parts has results which are bigger than 0. So which parts are they? The first one is starting from minus 3 till 2. The first part, which is in here, starting from minus 3 until 2. Let's write it in here. Starting from minus 3 till number 2. After that, the second part, starting from here, continues till infinite. What was this point? Let's find it. Let's remember it. What was this point? It was the number 6. So the second part which is second positive part. Starting from 6, continues till plus infinite. Now, these are the intervals, all the numbers between them, all the numbers between them. Now, I'm going to put the parentheses. When we put the parentheses, we look for the results can be also equal to 0. The results can be also equal to 0. So, for this case, when x is minus 3, so it can be equal to 0. So, I will choose also minus 3. When x is 2, it will be 0. So, I can also choose number 2. Then when x is 6, it will be 0. Then plus infinite, we cannot choose. So, all x values in here I can use. All x values in here I can use. So, the final result will be union of them, which is x elements, x numbers can be anywhere in these two intervals. When you choose a number for x anywhere between these two intervals, you will have a positive result. You will have a positive result. For example, if I choose in here minus 1, minus 1 should be somewhere here. When you find the result of it, something positive. For example, if I find a number in here like, let's say 10, 10 will be somewhere here. So to find result of 10, you will move up, so the result of 10 will be something positive. Is it okay? If it is not okay, I can try it once again. For you? Okay. Now the second question. I want the results smaller than 0. So I will close the upper part. I will look for negative part of y values. Negative part of y values. So which parts of the graph gives me negative results? Which parts? So here I have a part which comes from minus infinite until minus 3. There's a part comes from minus infinite till minus 3. There is another part over here, starts from 2 till 6. From 2 until 6. Now let's put the parentheses. Look at that. We don't want it to be equal to 0. We don't want it to be equal to 0. First, I cannot include minus infinite because we don't know what it is. Now, minus 3. When x is minus 3, the result is going to be 0. That's why we cannot choose the number 3, but we can choose anything before it. We can choose anything before it, like minus 3.1. Also, the number 2, f of 2 makes it 0. That's why we can also not choose 2. But we can choose any number after 2, like 2.0001. We can choose that number. For that number, 2.0001, the result will be something negative. It won't be 0 again. So also for the number 6, the result is going to be f of 6 is equal to 0. Remember it from previous part, from previous page. That's why we can also not choose the number 6. Also, all x values we can use. We make union of them. And x must be element of from these two intervals. X must be somewhere in these two intervals to satisfy the condition f of x smaller than 0. Is this part okay? Both of you? Inshallah. I hope that you understood. If you didn't, I may try once again. Perhaps I can find some other verse. Do you want? No. Okay. Now everybody, let's do that in here also. Here we have two questions. Let's move this one to over there. This is the third type of question. Third type of the question, which is in this case. Let's prepare some parts like this. I'm gonna need them. Okay. For you to understand better. Now everybody, in the first one, we want the results. To be between -2 and 0. To be between -2 and 0. Okay? Look at that. Firstly, I will close the upper part. The results cannot be bigger than 0. And lower part of -2. Y is -2 in this case. Now I'm going to close the lower part. So we want the results to be between -2 and 0. We want the results to be between -2 and 0, the y-axis. So in this part, in this place, where do I have the graph? Where do I have the graph? I have the graph in two different places, okay? Now I will write both places as intervals for x numbers, So I will say that x is element of, now, what was here? Which number was there? Let's remember it. Before -3. Here we had the number -4. So I will start from number -4 till -3. I will start from -4 till -3. Firstly, I will arrange the numbers, then I will arrange the parentheses, okay? Included, not included. Firstly, I will arrange the intervals, generally. Then between them we will put union together with. The other part starts from 2, continues till 6. Am I right? Starts from 2, continues till 6. Okay. Now let's arrange the parentheses. Look at that. The result can be -2. The results can be -2. Remember it, for -4, the result is -2. So I can include, for x, I can include -4. Also, do I have anywhere else the result -2? Here I have the result -2. For which number? Let's find it out. Let's remember it back. For number 4, I have the result 2. So it's not a problem. Here I don't have the number 4. So it's not a problem. I don't have to deal with that. Okay? Now, the second place, the results cannot be 0. Remember it, for -3, result 0. For number 2, result 0. For number 6, result 0. We cannot include those numbers. Okay? Now, let me add something in here. If we have it in this form, if we have this one, element of not -2, not 0. Both of them not. If we have both of them not. Remember the number 4 in here. When it is the number 4, the result is -2. But I don't want it to be -2. So here I wrote all x elements. Also in the first place, for number -4, it is -2. We wouldn't add -4 in here. Also here we have a problem, which is for number 4, the result is -2. Remember the set operations. Right now it says that all numbers between -4 and -3, together with all numbers between 2 and 6, except the number 4, only the number 4. All the numbers between 2 and 6, except the number 4. Because if I have given it in this case, like this one, not like that, you will do it like the red ones. Understood? I have added. Now, let's do the last question about this part, the last thing. So, I want the values to be between 0 and 3. Can you see it in here? Okay. Here we don't, 0 not included. The results can't be 0, but they can be 3. Okay? Now, let's find that part. So, I will move this one up. So, the results cannot be bigger than 3, pardon. The results in y-axis, the results cannot be bigger than 3. So, I will close the bigger part of 3. Also, I want the results to be bigger than 0, not smaller. Between 0 and 3, in which places do I have the graph? In which places? Now, I will write x values. I will write the x values for these places. Okay? Now, let's do that. Firstly, let's do it in blue color here. Firstly, from here till there, the x numbers will give me some results between 0 and 3. So, starts from -3. Let me show in here. Starts from -3 till 2. Let's close it back. I solved the numbers. Now I can write them here. Starts from -3 until 2. Let's prepare this part. Actually, I will arrange the parentheses later. Remember it. Then union, the other part here, starts from here, continues till there. Let's remember the numbers. Perhaps I don't like doing mistakes. From 6 to 7. So it will be from 6 to 7. It will be from 6 to 7. After 7, we have results which are bigger than 3. So we want them to be between 0 and 3. Now let's put the parentheses for this case. We don't want the results to be 0. So for which numbers it was 0? For -3, for 2, remember it? For -3, for 2, and for number 6. The results are 0. Okay? For 7, there is no 0 condition. Now I will look for the condition of 3. So in these intervals, for which numbers do I have the result 3? So I have the result for 3 for 2 numbers. F of 0 is 3. F of 7 is also 3. Look at that. So f of 0 and the number 0 for x values is added in here. So I don't need to consider it again. Now the number 7. So the results can be 0, can be 3. That's why I can also include the number 7. Like the previous one. What if I have given it 3 can't be there? So you would do it like this. 7 can't be there. Also, from this union, I must subtract the number 0 for x. I must subtract the number 0 for x value. For x value, we cannot put the number 0. If I would have given like 0 not included. Is everything okay? Okay. So thank you for listening me. Let's pause the video a bit. Is it?